Hi everyone, Shabbat Shalom from Rabbi David. This week is the last of the 4 special Shabbatot before Pesach, which is called Parashat HaChodesh, Shabbat HaChodesh, which always comes very close to the new moon for Nisan, the first of the new moons, the new moon that was given to Moses, to Moshe, in the Torah, before the giving of the Torah, in fact. And so we commemorate the importance of the new moon by reading the Maftir from the Parsha of Bo, which deals with the first new moon, when God tells Moshe that the new moon should be sanctified. So this is Chodesh, the moon. This is called Shabbat HaChodesh. This week we also have the bar mitzvah of Eli Brahams, and I'm really pleased that we're doing this bar mitzvah. Eli didn't manage to have a bar mitzvah because it was a year ago, just at the beginning of lockdown in March 2020. So really, Eli was able to not have anything, neither on Zoom nor in shul. And this year, Eli has had Thursday morning call-up, will be Shabbat tomorrow laning, and have a Zoom a bar mitzvah, as we call it now, on Sunday. So I'm so excited for Eli and all the family. I remember learning when I was in yeshiva a eulogy made by Rav Soloveitchik, the famous Rabbi Yosef Ber Soloveitchik. And in it, he talks about the difference between what he calls a Shabbat personality and a Rosh Chodesh personality. And for him, the Shabbat personality is much more outward. It shines, because Shabbat is something very, very clear, very out. We have prohibitions of work. There is a massive difference between the Shabbat and the rest of the week. There is a holiness to Shabbat, a clear and outer holiness to our rest and to our custom. Whereas a Rosh Chodesh, there are customs relating to Rosh Chodesh, but in an outward sense, Rosh Chodesh is less exposed, less clear. It's very, very different, and in some ways much less related to by people than Shabbat. But, says Rav Soloveitchik, inside the temple, when the temple stood, on Rosh Chodesh there was a prohibition of work, just like Shabbat. Additional offerings were brought on Rosh Chodesh, just like Shabbat. They're both the same. And so Rav Soloveitchik talked about the personality that exudes openly holiness, or outer charisma and holy charisma. And there are people that, in a sense, the holiness is inside. It's what they do inside. And both are equal. The person you might go, wow, what an amazing person, is obviously can do many good things. But that doesn't exclude the many, many thousands and millions of people who might not exude it. It might not be something that's written on their sleeve, but that they are doing. And it's maybe recently, sort of contemplate and meditate on the idea of giving awards. We do so much now. You see so many of our newspapers, awards. We saw it this week, Heroes of COVID. And there were some great examples of people who have done really important work. One of them actually, Leora Greenberg, Dr. Leora Greenberg, who's a daughter of our members Arthur and Rika Harvard, who's done incredible work through the COVID pandemic. But the issue, of course, of giving the, in a sense, outer recognition to those who project themselves further is we miss the swathes of people who do great work without necessarily doing it in an open manner. And so that's maybe something for us to keep in mind. Both the Shabbat, there will be people who will exude it. You'll go, wow, they're incredible. And the Rosh Chodesh, there are many people who you won't see at the awards ceremony who will just get on and do their work, irrespective of awards, not wanting the award for it, doing it because it is the good. And that's just some thoughts for us this Shabbat. Have a great Shabbat. Hope you saw my email with some resources and support for Pesach. If you'd like to sell your chametz, there is an online form this year that you can do that. And I sent over a virtual Seder as well, if you'd like to look at that for some ideas and tips connected to the Seder. Have a great Shabbat, and I'll speak to you soon.